This conference will now be recorded.
Well, good afternoon to all. Yeah, good afternoon to all. I am Professor Vikas Balikai, Director of Training and Placement, KLS VDIT. Today, we are going to discuss going to see what training and placement cell at KLS VDIT offers to all the budding engineers. In today's discussion, whatever we are going to have, or today's webinar series, is a part of a 4 days webinar series, which is why engineering at KLS VDIT. And today is the second half of the today's session. So let's start with what training and placement cell is going to offer all the budding engineering aspirants when they join the institute. Yes. Now let me introduce you all to my team of training and placement cell. So we have designated faculty coordinators who are looking after the training and placement activities in every department, Professor Shiv Chalesh and Professor Pranesh Kulkarni from Computer Science and Engineering Department, Professor Deepak Sharma from Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, Professor Rajat Acharya and Professor Rashmi from Mechanical Engineering Department, Professor Vijay Bhagavadi from Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, and Professor Seema from Civil Engineering Department. So we have a designated team wherein all the queries and issues of all the respective departments will be taken up by these relevant departmental coordinators. Now, training and placement cell works with a clear-cut vision and mission. The vision being to be the preferred choice of top corporate in India for campus recruitment by consistently updating and upgrading the competencies of students, matching the needs of the corporate sector, thereby creating values for all the stakeholders. And we move with a mission to empower students to meet industry and societal challenges, to help the undergraduate and postgraduate students through counseling, instructions, and training for development of desired skills essential for suitable job profile, higher education, and self-employment. Invite the corporate industries, research or academic institute, commercial organizations, public sector undertakings for campus placement. Provide opportunities to all the students to interact with corporate executives and to prepare them on industry required skills from time to time. So with this vision and mission, we move ahead to the overall development of the students. Now let me give a glimpse of what all activities that happen in a single statement. With more than 100 plus offers made during 2019-20 in reputed organization, the training and placement cell encourages the students to grow beyond the leaps through various activities. And 2021 batch placements have already started with companies like Quickviews, JustPay, Virtusa, and many more are in line for going to visit the VDIT online or offline mode, and they're going to hire our students in the month of September 2020. Let me present before you certain statistics that what has been in the last 2 years, that is in the year 2019 and 2020. So these statistics, which is on the left side of your screen, shows the total offers and the number of students being placed in across different branches in the year 2019. That is for the batch 2015 and 19. And the one which is you can see here, the overall placement statistics of 2016 and 20 batch indicates the total offers being made to all the students across different branches and the number of students being placed. Now we are very proud and privileged to say that 105 offers are being offered in reputed organizations with the highest CTC of 10 lakh per annum being offered by Byju's, and the average CTC of any students getting placed will be 3 lakh per annum. Now, this is another statistics which shows the training and placement cell not only caters the need of the students in one specific industries, rather it caters the need across different sectors of engineering. As you can see over the last 2 academic years, that is in the year 2019 and in the year 2020, across IT, manufacturing, semiconductor training, tech support, sales, startup, education, embedded, across all the domains, the campus recruitment happens. And we are also happy to say that the number of graph or the number of the spikes in the graph across different industries is particularly good in 2016 and 20 rather than in 2015, which also indicates that the overall placement statistics or overall placement opportunities are increasing year by year. A glimpse of achievements what we have obtained in the last year. As I told, the companies like Brickviews, Virtusa, Just Pay will be recruiting our 2021 batch students in the month of September 2020. 48 companies have already given the opportunities to all the students of VDIT during the year 2019-20 with a total offer of 105. As many as more than 40 different placement activities being conducted in the year 2019-20 across all the departments. There are 23 MOUs being made for the betterment of the students. And the proud moment is 12 companies visited the institute virtually during the period of lockdown. And the main thing that we are very proud to say that in spite of being locked down, our learning, our training sessions has never been stopped, and more than 400 students have obtained globally recognized course certifications from different universities across the globe. We do have employability assessment tests like AMCAT and CodeCubes, through which the students will get certain marks, and based on that they will be called by different companies for the placement. I will be throwing some light on this in my upcoming slides. And one of the major breakthrough that we made this year was stipend based internship with a company, Carmel Software Solutions, wherein the students will be given training and they are made to work on live projects for which the students will be paid stipend from the Carmel Software Solutions company. Now here is are certain glimpses of activities that happened in the year 2019-20. As you can see, there are 3 photographs. The first photographs indicates the first year students visiting the Deshpande startups in Hubli. The second photograph indicates an alumni interactive session being conducted by Mr. Girish Tabreddy and Mr. Kshitij. Mr. Girish, who is our proud alumni, who is working in Robert Bosch, and Mr. Kshitij, who is our proud alumni, who is working in Infosys Technologies, Bangalore. The last photograph indicates our training and placement coordinator of Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, Professor Deepak Sharma, visiting along with the students to the VTU for employability skills or workshop on employability skills in the month of February 2020. Moving ahead, we have a lot of different interactive sessions to cater the need of campus recruitment, like group discussions, mock interview sessions, and to throw some light on higher education, Ms. Nidhi Kulkarni, who is pursuing her MS in Berlin University, came all the way and delivered a talk on what are the opportunity scopes that are available for any student to pursue their higher education in Germany. First photographs here indicate Mr. Pradeep, HR of Eliation Company, addressing the students on the internship program. Dr. Binay Matthew addressing the students of 2016-20 batch on industry expectations from young engineers. And mind you, Dr. Binay Matthews is the Director of Centralized Placement Cell of VTU Pelagami, and we are very proud to have him as one of our chief guests during this particular function. The third photograph indicates a drive being conducted by Paris Sugar, which is located in Haryal, for the mechanical engineering students. And another glimpse of activities wherein we call it the training, internship, and recruitment partner or training and recruitment model. The Eliation Company trained our students on NSYS tool. That's the first photograph. The bottom photograph indicates Mr. Ronald Philip, CEO of Carmel Software Solutions, addressing the faculty of VDIT. During his address, we got to know many things that are happening in the Carmel Software Solutions company, and because of that, we made that breakthrough of getting projects being floated to the students of VDIT, which will be a stipend-based project. The corner one, the inauguration of a soft skill training by Universal Education company, wherein every year the students will be made aware of what are the soft skills that they need when they start their journey for campus placements, because soft skills plays a very vital role when they start their campus recruitment process. And to cater that need, we hire professionals from Universal Education, where they come over here and they train our students. And this training is completely different than any other organizations, wherein we try to focus a progressive learning mode rather than capsule learning mode, which means during the curriculum itself or during the classroom learning itself, 1 hour or 3 hours dedicated time will be allocated for each class, and the trainers will be going to the different classrooms and they will be taking the training sessions during the academic period itself. It's not that we conduct the training on 1 week rigorous manner or 2 week rigorous manner. It's not that. During the regular classroom activities only, the students will be made or will be given the training. So basically, by doing this kind of activity, the students' attention will not be diverted, and the students will be focused more about this particular activity, which plays a vital role for any placement trials. The last one is again during the inauguration of the internship program in collaboration with the World Clock Technologies. World Clock Technology being our training partner for internships and hiring partner also. They came over all over from Bangalore and they delivered the internship to students in the campus itself, and many students got benefited of it. Now let me come to a highlighting part of how the training and placement cell uh, creates an industry-ready engineer in its campus, which I call it as an industry readiness training model at KLS VDIT. Now, it's not that the student, any student who joins VDIT will be given preference for placements only in their pre-final or final year, because what I really feel is the placement or the training sessions or the industry readiness begins right from day one of their journey, and the training and placement cell has started its new model of implementing the training model to make them industry ready right from their first semester onwards. This model gives you a glimpse of what exactly we are trying to focus for the overall development of the student. Now, in the first and second semester, we call engineers in nation building, and we see that the students are given in-house awareness programs on what are the roles and objectives of any engineer in building the nation. Because as a student or as an engineering aspirant, once he passes out or once he graduates out of any institute, he should be aware what should be his objective or what should be his goal in nation building. So that one thing that we try to imbibe during their first semester of their induction, and we try to give 2 to 3 awareness programs on how engineers are contributing in nation building. In the second semester, we call it as a set your goals, wherein we'll ensure how do you set your goals towards the nation building, how do you set your goals towards your career growth. So based on that, we'll try to figure out different set of students, we bifurcate, and we'll see to that expert lectures are being delivered to a set of students based on the opportunities in the industries, and based on those opportunities, students will be able to set their goals for the upcoming years. During semester 3 and semester 4, which we call as a very crucial semester, we try to emphasize more of a core expertise or technical expertise by involving all our students in NPTEL online courses. NPTEL is a national level program floated by IIT, and wherein a lot of courses will be online courses will be floated, and we guide the students in choosing the right courses, and they take up the courses, and at the end of the course they take up the certification examinations which will be certified by IITs and relevant industries, and they play a vital role in any recruitment process. So that's where we call it as expertise in technical skills. Now I have mentioned here something called as campus ambassador program. So we do have this unique program wherein set of students are being selected for different campus ambassador programs. Now the campus ambassador program is something a unique program wherein different organizations, like for example, there is a company called as Hacker Earth, Hacker Rank, Code Learn. So these different associations or the companies, they will be conducting a lot of events in the campus. And to conduct events in the campus, they seek the students to come front and take the lead, and they conduct the events. It's not the staff or the faculty. Hence, in order to make the students industry ready or develop that leadership skill, we try to float this program wherein all these activities floated by different companies will be taken up by the student themselves, and they conduct the events on their own. And this program, campus ambassador program, will be running throughout the entire 4 years of their course. In their 5th and 6th semester, once they are aware of the what are the opportunities that are available in the industries, and they have built their technical expertise, we try to assess them for the programming or the coding assessments, and soft skill training happens, and then we'll try to see the employability assessment test is being taken by the all students, wherein we have hired the partnered with co-cubes and aspiring minds companies, wherein they conduct a different employability assessment test, and based on certain scores, the root cause analysis of individual student in terms of their personality, in terms of their communication skills, in terms of their technical expertise, in terms of their analytical skills, reasoning skills, everything will be monitored, and the feedback will be given to the students. Based on the student feedback given by those companies, the students will again try to improvise on their lacunas and come up as an complete personality for their upcoming trends. So all these activities happen through this employability assessment test. It's not that we conduct a simple test and say that they're employable, because this employability tests are a unique test conducted by co-cubes and aspiring minds, wherein the person's entire personality will be taken out and presented before the students, wherein he'll be given an 1 hour of post-test analysis, which says what are your strengths, weaknesses, where do you fit for the industry, which category of jobs you are fitting, and if at all you want to move ahead the ladder for different industry sectors, what are the preparations that you are supposed to do. All these happen in the employability assessment test, which I call it as a EAT. So there are 2 such EATs happens in the semester 5 and semester 6. Along with that, students also get in touch with the alumni for getting right inputs. They get coding assessments from a company called as TechGig, wherein we are floating a company specific GUI platform, wherein students are made aware of how the questions for the different campus placements will be asked. So we see to that the GUI will remain same and everything remains same, so that when they take up the live test, when they take up the exact test, they will be made as comfortable as possible. Along with that, we have an engagement with a renowned organization called as Coursera, wherein, like I told in the beginning of this slide, more than 400 students of 6th semester have taken up the Coursera courses of latest technologies which industries are right now working. So based on that, we also see to that the students are in line with what is happening in the industry. So that's where the Coursera courses come into play. So these 2 activities happen in the semester 5 and 6. Now in the semester 7 and 8, which will be their campus placements, so utilizing all these skill set they have offered, they try to continue with Coursera courses, and they attend 2 more employability assessment tests, and based on the scores, so they get different opportunities from different companies, and they take up the recruitment test and they come out with a flying color. So this is how the campus placements, complete industry readiness training model for the campus placement happens at KLS VDIT. And I'm proud to say that this is a unique model that we have come up and we have started to implement for the upcoming budding engineering aspirants. And as a result of that, the last year we have seen wonderful results because of this particular model. Now moving ahead, when I said a particular model is being implemented, then the question arises how exactly we carry forward. Now this particular slide gives us the glimpse of what exactly we do the students during their 5th and 6th semester, which are again crucial for their campus trends. Now basically we see to that in the 5th and 6th semester, soft skill training happens in a progressive mode. Like I told, progressive mode is one such theory where we believe training in one attempt is of no use, rather training during the regular classroom sessions will be of great help. So that's what we call it as a progressive learning or progressive mode. During the curriculum itself, during the timetable itself, the soft skill training sessions will be added and students are made comfortable to take up the different training sessions. Now assessments at department level, we also see to that in the individual respective departments, certain aptitude tests, resume building sessions, mock interviews, group discussions, and writing skills happen with the close alumni connects, and that's how the students build a rapport with their alumni through these different activities. Now I mentioned in a previous slide, Coursera is one such organization through which the students take the courses, and right now we have also tied up with a company called as Uttara Info Solutions, wherein the students are presently undergoing a core Java training completely free of cost for all our final year students. So that is again a unique thing, because Java is one such particular domain or language which is having great opportunities in the industries, and we see to that students are in line with the current industrial opportunities that are available in the industries. And to cater the things whatever they are learning in the Coursera and Uttara Info Solutions trainings, we see to that they take up certain programming skill assessments using a tool from TechGeek company, and this is a Times Group company which we have partnered with them, and the students will be given certain set of application oriented coding statements, and they'll be coding the things, and using the knowledge whatever they have acquired here in the stage 3, they'll be coming out with good number or good score when they take up the programming assessment test. Like I told, finally it all ends up with employability assessment test, and right now we have CoCubes and Aspiring Minds ANCAT being partnered with KLS VDIT, wherein the students will be given an in-depth report or analysis saying in which area they are strong and in which area they are weak, making them aware how do they prepare for their upcoming placement rounds. So this is how the model works at KLS VDIT. Now, this is again a unique thing that I would like to throw light. How do we reach the standards of industry? Because when we say campus placement or campus drive, the things have changed a lot drastically. Now, basically, in the earlier few years back or the earlier ages, like the campus recruitment process was completely different, and now the recruitment is totally, the entire phase has changed. Now, earlier they used to have certain have a written test being the first round. Now resume shortlisting happens, and that will be the first round. And in order to cater that resume shortlisting, one has to be very clear in what they write and what they speak, how they to be very good. See to that, we take competitions like Texas Instruments, India Innovation Challenge, KPIT Sparkle. Now, basically, with the help of these competitions, the students start to write their improvements floated by the community. They try to speak in terms of industry standards, and thereby it also again increases their all skills and capability with respect to industry standards. And that's how we try to float different competitions. A few of the competitions that I have mentioned over here, and through which the industry standards are we see to that the industry standards are met. Now there is an like I was telling about the campus ambassador program, the Hacker Earth, Hacker Rank, TechGeek, Skillenza. Now these are certain coding platforms where the students can join online and start to code, and depending on the coding capability, the students will be ranked across the globe, and based on the rankings, the companies will be directly contacting the students, and the students stands a fair chance of getting into the company, a reputed company, with the help of these platforms. And we try to motivate our entire team, all the departments try to motivate the students to be part of these particular associations like Hacker Earth, Hacker Rank, TechGeek, Skillenza, etc. And that's what I mentioned over here, campus ambassador program. And on top of all these things, alumni plays a very vital role, and we take valuable solutions on a timely basis from alumni and see to that the students are in line with the industry standards. Now, internship is being again a major thing that the university has introduced, and we see to that all of the students are doing the internships, not for the sake of doing the internship, but for the sake of acquiring the knowledge, acquiring the skills that lead them to a right career in their 4 years of course. So here are the few internships that I mentioned. There are only few. We have many internships that have been mentioned, and the training and placement, and along with all the departments, see to that the students are motivated to do internship at a right place, at a right industry. Now, coming to the most important slide, that is in order to get all these support and assistance, we require assessment partners, or we require hiring partners. Now, as a part of that, we have memorandum of understanding with the reputed organizations, wherein they come over here, they pitch in over here and try to motivate our students, guide our students in relevant and in different activities. And we have the Deshpande Startups, which is located at Hubli, which is a living laboratory, and it's one of its kind in entire India, wherein we can see a lot of startups being supported at the Deshpande Startups, and VDIT has an MOU with the Deshpande Startups, and the delegates from there visit the institute, and students visit there and get their difficulties being cleared, and that's how the students try to develop themselves the industry orientedness and how they can be motivated towards the industry. So we have certain other MOUs with Tata Technologies, University of Education, World Clock Technologies, Chantala Power, CADMAX, 9 New Age Incubation Center, MTS Lab, HESCOM, E-Yantra being the partnered association with IIT Bombay, where the students are trained on embedded system domains with respect to robotics. So these are certain MOUs that we have to cater the need of the students. Now, how the MOU model, like now I told there are certain MOUs we have with our industries, we have with our different partners, and how does we make of them and try to train our students. Now, here is a small model that I want to show you. Now, I'm going to take an example of 2 to 3 companies with which we have an MOU model and with which this training model is being associated. I'm going to quote a company called as Carmel Software Solutions and World Clock Technologies and E-Yantra. Now, these are the companies with which we are having an MOU, and how they are going to assess our students, or how these companies will be helping our students to reach the milestone in their career. Basically, using the skills what they acquire through Coursera and soft skills in their lower semesters, they come to the 5th and 6th semester, and during these semesters, like I was mentioning about the Carmel Software Solutions and World Clock Technologies, these companies float realistic or real-time problem statements to the students, wherein the students are motivated to work on real-time projects, not the one which they used to work in the earlier days. The students will be now, set of students will be now working on real projects, what exactly the industry will be working. And all the projects, whatever they are working, will be monitored, will be guided by these companies. Now remember, this model is particularly with respect to these 3 companies, and we have different models for all the different companies that we are having. Now, these companies float the problem statements, and the students start with the projects, and they will be guided and they will be motivated, and they come out with the end results. And based on the projects, what they have done with the help of the association of these companies, they take up different assessment tests, and with the help of those tests, the end result will be the placement for the students. So this is how, when I say something as an MOU model, or when I say there's an MOU with any company, this is how a particular model works at KLS VDIT. So we have, like I was telling, different set of models being percolated for different companies, and this is one such example that I just wanted to put. Now, let's not forget our proud recruiters that they come over here either physically or virtually, and they take our trained and industry oriented students in their associations, and we are very privileged and very thankful to our proud recruiters. I would like to name Bosch, Amazon, Tata Consultancy Services, Belgaum Ferrocast, Pentagon Space, Wearbetic, Star, Mark, Q Spiders, Cognizant, Wipro, Byju's, Mindtree, Oak. The list is endless, and these are few recruiters that I would like to quote. Like I was mentioning in my beginning of the slide, 105 offers in many reputed organizations, with 10 lakh being the highest CTC and 3 lakh being the average CTC, and that's again a privilege and proud thing for us as a VDIT. So this is on your screen, you can see our proud recruiters. Now, what a first year student can expect from training and placement. Now, like I was telling, the industry readiness doesn't start in the fag end of their course, it starts from day 1 of their course. And as my model, as the TNP model has rightly displayed to you, how right from the semester 1, the students are taken through the entire journey of training and placement through different activities. And to cater those activities, we have a lot of associations, like I could again name so this is the 2016-20 batch students being placed in Infosys Limited, Bangalore. On your screen, you can see there are 10 students being placed in Infosys, Bangalore. Now, these are the students placed in UMAC Engineering Solutions. This is a mechanical core company, and students being placed in University Education, Bangalore, and students being placed in Pentagon Space and Edupolis, Bangalore. Now, these are some glimpses of students, what I'm showing it over here. And finally, recently, some of the students being placed in Smart Brain Technologies, Bangalore. And this is what I just wanted to convey you with respect to training and placement cell, and what exactly the training and placement cell offers for any engineering aspirant, and we at KLS VDIT, how the training and placement model works. And definitely I can assure you that any student joining KLS VDIT will be given an assured thing of making them an industry ready. What we believe is opportunities, whether it is coming either here or somewhere else, or whether it is physical, whether it is virtual, whether it is online, we feel that the readiness of the student is the top priority. And if a student is ready, industry ready, and definitely no industry will hesitate to take him for their organization. So that's what we strive to work on these things, and that's what I just wanted to have discussion with all of our budding engineers. And that's it from today's session over here. Now, in case of any queries, you can always visit the website. The website was mentioned in all our slides, www.klsvdit.edu.in, and you can just glance through the website for more information on all the aspects. And let's hope the budding engineers or the engineering aspirants join KLS VDIT, and let's work hard for the betterment of all the students, all the aspiring students of KLS VDIT. Thank you from my side. So I'll be signing off from this session, and I just want to tell tomorrow we'll be continuing with our session, and the next session will be continued tomorrow at 11 a.m. with the Department of Mechanical Engineering HOD coming and presenting what an engineering aspirant can get from mechanical engineering department. So right now I'll be signing off. Thank you.